Mr. Pace, you say you will be crushed today if DNA results reveal you are not the biological father of your son, Prince.
Yes, Your Honor.
You maintain that the defendant betrayed you by cheating with Prince's second possible father, your best friend.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Fobbs, you say you were caught between the man you're in love with and his best friend.
Yes, Your Honor.
You admit you made a horrible mistake when you slept with both men, but you say you're still hoping with all your heart that Mr. Pace is your son's biological father. Mr. Randolph,
yes.
You're Mr. Pace's best friend.
Yes.
And the second potential father of Prince.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Pace?
Yes.
So what's at stake for you and your family today?
Well, what's at stake would be, I would say, 3 relationships. The relationship that I have with Ms. Fobbs, as well as the relationship that I have with Mr. Randolph, also the relationship that I have with Prince. So there is a lot on the line for me. That's my little man. We watch TV together, I'm feeding him cereal in the morning. He's like my real little buddy, and he looks up to me, and I don't want to let him down, basically.
So take me back. How did the two of you meet?
Well, we met while I was actually driving. It was a hot day. She had on short shorts. I'm a leg man.
Okay.
So I pulled over, actually, and we had a conversation. I ended up getting her phone number. We went out on a few dates. We kind of bonded real quick. She ended up moving in with me and Mr. Randolph. Shortly after her moving in, she became pregnant. Once we found that out, being that she wanted her own space, we ended up moving into another spot together. And that's where I've been ever since, as far as in the relationship with her.
All right. So you were in a real relationship with Mr. Pace?
Yes, Your Honor.
When did this love triangle, this cheating, begin, and how?
I wouldn't necessarily call it a love triangle because the situation with me and Randolph only happened once. Upon me being in the house with Byron, the thing is, he works at night, so he's never really home with me, and I kind of took that as a feeling of neglect. The situation with me and Randolph was a mistake, a big mistake, the worst mistake I think I ever made, because I've never intentionally set out to hurt Byron in any way. I just want this to be okay. I want everything to stay the way it is. I don't want us to separate the situation or anything.
So when you say you took this as neglect, was there anything else going on in the relationship other than he's just going to work?
Basically, what we were arguing about was past. It was just me feeling neglected at home.
I do work a lot. I promote clubs and parties, so I am out and I am around a lot of, I would say, women. And she kind of, I guess, takes that as me being unfaithful.
So were there trust issues?
At times, but not at the time that the situation occurred, no.
So, Mr. Pace, how did you find out that she slept with your best friend?
Well, that's interesting. We were actually in a heated argument at the time that it occurred, but it kind of just got blurted out to me that Mr. Randolph could be a potential father for Prince.
Wait a minute. So you're in a heated argument as a couple, and just out of the blue she yells, and by the way, your best friend could be Prince's father?
Correct. Prince was 2.5 at the time. So it was very emotional for me, being that it's my best friend and this is my woman.
Understandably.
So when I found out initially, like I said, I was hurt. I felt betrayed by actually both parties at that point. But I wanted to assess the situation, not being upset, because I initially called Mr. Randolph to find out what was going on. I wanted to meet with him face to face to find out what's going on. But I did take a few hour break as far as before we met, because I didn't want to do anything out of anger. Upon meeting with him, we kind of all agreed, me and him agreed, that we definitely needed to find out what was going on as far as the DNA of.
So when you met with Mr. Randolph, You asked him point blank, have you slept with Ms. Fobbs?
Yes, I did.
And he said yes.
Strangely enough, he did say yes.
So, Mr. Randolph, I just have to ask, how could you sleep with your best friend's girl?
Well, to answer that, Your Honor, I wasn't in the right state of mind. We both was intoxicated. You know, he was out promoting clubs, and she used to come home from the club intoxicated and, you know, looking for him. He's not there. Me and her talk, and, you know, one night the talk led to something else.
And so was this sex unprotected?
Honestly, Your Honor, I was intoxicated, and I really don't recall.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Was it only one time?
Honestly, that I can recall, yes.
Well,
That's it, just one time.
One time is one time too many for me. I'm very confused at this point. It's really hard for me to be standing here and in front of you, and I'm kind of nervous as far as what I'm about to hear. I don't know, really want to move forward with a positive outlook.
I understand. So, Mr. Randolph, you submitted to the court a childhood photo of yourself
Yes.
and Prince.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you think you look pretty much exactly alike?
Little characteristics, forehead maybe, mouth, but
When you look at this picture, Ms. Fobbs, do you see any resemblance?
No, I don't.
None.
None.
Do you see a resemblance to Mr. Pace?
Yeah, he looks like Byron more than he looks like Randolph.
I see my nose a little, as well as maybe my upper lip a tad bit. The nose kind of flares out like mine. We have the same lines towards the upper lips. So I'm hoping that's me.
Both men now know, and the secret is basically out. Was it a secret you were holding, and during the argument you just had to let it out?
Yeah, at the moment, Your Honor, I was contemplating on how I was going to get the information out, because I do want my son to know who his father is. I don't want to hold that secret, and it was something that was weighing heavy on me. So maybe it wasn't the right approach for me to give it to him at that way, but I just feel like now we're at the point of no return, so I have to do what I have to do.
So you say it was weighing heavy on you.
Yes.
And Prince is how old?
He's 4.
4 years.
Yeah, I didn't tell him when he was 4. I told him when he was 2.
2.5, like 2.5.
So when you look at this picture of Prince, your beautiful little boy, what do you want for him?
I just want him to have a dad. That's my main thing. I want him to grow up better than I did. I didn't have a dad in my life, so I'm not justifying that, using that as an excuse, because I did do wrong, and I just feel like he doesn't deserve it.
Is Mr. Pace the only person that stepped up and really been a father to him, or has Mr. Randolph helped as well?
No, Sam is not in Prince's life. As far as it goes, Prince knows Randolph as
like an uncle.
An uncle, and he knows Byron as his dad, and that's the way I want it to stay. I don't want him to grow up confused and later on down the line ask me questions as of why didn't I disclose this to him, and him to feel hurt and him to be feeling like he's neglected and he grew up never knowing. So that's why I am here.
And so you, Mr. Pace and Mr. Randolph, you all have tried to reconcile and keep your friendship.
Correct.
Despite this?
Yeah, correct, Your Honor. I've been knowing Mr. Randolph over 10 to 12, 15 years almost. So I don't want to say bros before, but I do want to say that I understand that men kind of have a bond that women don't have. So our relationship is under wraps but it's a stressful situation because I look at him and I see different situations. This kind of would leave the resentment that I have for him on the table. Technically, we're all grown, so it really just leads down to the kid.
And that's absolutely true, and that leads to my next question. How are things between you and Ms. Fobbs? Are you trying to work that out with her as well?
Well, it's been difficult. I love her, but it's just been difficult when you're caught between two people that you care about.
Why do you feel caught between them? Because it's over. There's no relationship, they say.
Well, but you still have doubts. Like I say, I see this man on a daily basis as well as I see her on a daily basis. So when you have a small thought in the back of your head that this may have occurred and you don't have the initial proof to find out that it's not true, then you still kind of look at people with a little edge on your shoulder, I would say.
So you're saying, even though they said it only happened one time, every time you see him and then you see her, it's always still in the back of your mind, is it really one time or is it still happening?
Correct. I kind of don't leave them alone, you know, things that...
That's understandable and a good idea.
And so things like that to where it kind of makes me out of the character of the person that I am. I have to
Because you want to be trusting.
I want to be
You
trusting.
don't want to have to worry about that with the people you love.
Yes, because, you know, I stress enough in the streets with work and business and things of that nature. So when I get home, I don't really want that to be my most stressful place, I should say.
Yes. So, Ms. Fobbs, do you want to work on the relationship with Mr. Pace?
Yes, I love him. I love him very much, and I'm never going to take from him that he's an excellent father. I couldn't ask for a better person to be a father for my son. I just want him to be able to understand that I did make a mistake, and I am woman enough to admit that I made that mistake, and I want us to go forward from this situation regardless of the results, regardless of, even though in my heart I hope that it does show that he's the father, I just want us to still be able to be a family as we are.
Do you fear that if it's determined that Mr. Randolph is Prince's biological father, this relationship won't survive?
No.
Yeah, I do.
I don't. I mean,
I feel that way.
for me, it would kind of hurt me a lot.
So there's a lot riding on this result.
Yeah, it is.
There is a whole lot riding on these results.
Jerome, I think it's time for the result. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Pace versus Fobbs Randolph, when it comes to 4-year-old Prince Fobbs, and whether Mr. Pace or Mr. Randolph is his biological father, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Pace, you are not his father.
My bad, bro.
Oh, man.
So sorry.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
I'm so sorry.
It's not right.
Do you need to sit down, Mr. Pace? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Continuing on with the next result. It has also been determined by this court, Mr. Randolph, you Continuing on with the next result. It has also been determined by this court, Mr. Randolph, you are not.
I apologize.
Miss Fobbs,
I don't know what to say.
do you know who Prince's father is?
No.
That's me. I'm Prince's father. There's somebody that may be his dad, but I'm his father.
Mr. Pace, I commend you, given the news you've gotten today, for still standing up for that beautiful little boy. And it shows what kind of man you are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Randolph, you made a mistake as it relates to your best friend's girl, a huge mistake.
Big mistake. I would never
And
do
I'm
it again.
hoping you've learned that life lesson.
I learned, Your Honor.
And
I
it
have.
seems as if you two do have a friendship and a bond that can overcome even that level of betrayal.
Right.
And it's nice to see two men be able to talk through something and maintain a friendship that means so much to you both.
Yes,
I wish you all the very best of luck.
thank you, Your Honor.
Most importantly, I wish Prince a very, very happy life, and I'm counting on you all to provide it for him.
I will.
Court is adjourned. Welcome to a very special update edition of Paternity Court. Today, we're taking a break from hearing new cases to bring you updates on some of the litigants you've tweeted and posted about the most. We're talking about the stories you fell in love with, the people you didn't like, or those who just surprised you. One of your favorites was the shocking case of Mo Williams versus Tiffany Sports. Ms. Sports and a previous DNA test told Mo Williams he was not her son's father. But he refused to take no for an answer, so he opened a case in our court to get the truth.
I get a text message from a friend. She posted a picture of him on social media. She says, well, I know you told me that y'all had a DNA test and said he wasn't yours, but I don't care what that test say. I'm looking at this picture and this is your son.
How far along were you
4 months.
when you had the prenatal test?
4 months, Your Honor. So they called me and they told me Mo was not the father.
She done got a letter in the mail from the same company that said he wasn't mine. They done sent the letter saying he is mine.
Whoa!
They said it was a clerical error.
So you have conflicting paternity results, and that equals paternity doubts.
Yes, Your
Just
Honor.
to be clear, that is not the laboratory we use here at Paternity Court.
The paternity test gonna say that he's mine and we can move forward. No more back and forth. He is yours, he is not yours, and I'm changing his full name.
I just want this to be, proven so he can move on with his life and I can move on with mine.
All right. Mr. Williams, you are the father. Mr. Williams was so relieved to know for certain that Achilles was his son. My staff caught up with him, and there have been some major changes since he left court.
First and foremost, I wanted to thank Judge Lake. I was very pleased with the result.
The first major change that we had was the name change, and his name now is Khalil Williams, and we've also taken the steps to get joint custody and start raising our stuff together. So thanks, Judge Lake, for getting us the results we needed to start to do that.
Mr. Williams and Ms. Sports are taking a mature approach to co-parenting their son, and I'm wishing them all the best. Up next, Carly Gregory brought her ex to court to prove he fathered her son, even after she confessed that she had a threesome with her friend and her friend's boyfriend.
Me and Mr. Elston met through my ex at a basketball game. I was dating my ex, and he was cheating on me at the time. We started sleeping together 2 weeks after we met.
Well, who else did you have sex with?
My friend's boyfriend. We had a threesome. She knew about
The baby didn't look like me. He don't have my nose, my ears, my eyes, or nothing.
it. We got engaged in May. He broke up with me 2 weeks ago because of paternity issues. So I feel that we need to get this all cleared up.
And so you broke off the engagement, Mr. Elston, because of this entire paternity saga?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Elston, you are not the father. Mr. Elston claimed he would be there for Carson, but did he keep his promise? Watch this surprising update.
Hey, paternity court. After leaving court, me and Ladarian broke up for a week and we got back together and now we are legally married. Me and him have gotten together and we decided that it's best for both of the kids even though he's not Carson's legal father. Right now I'm currently 5 months pregnant. He goes to every doctor's appointment and he's been around. We are very thankful for the results. Thank you.
I was shocked to hear that Ms. Gregory and Mr. Elston are now husband and wife. Hopefully that will put an end to all the back and forth and provide their children with a stable two-parent home. This next case was definitely a fan favorite, and I must say, it brought me to tears.
The 24 years of my life, not having no mother, losing her when I was 4 years old, I had to depend on my grandparents to take care of me when I was in need. I would never leave my child stranded if that's my own blood. You cannot consider no man to me. You're a coward.
Mr. Ducasse, what was the nature of the relationship with Mr. Gower's mother?
When I met his mother, right, she was in a 2-year standing relationship and she made it real clear to me. Secondly, we only had one encounter.
You said you just had a one-night stand.
Yes.
Why would you not take a paternity test?
Number one, there was a lot of maturing that I had to go through as well.
What does that have to do with me? Just imagine not being wanted, period. And you're just stranded all by yourself. And you're trying to figure out life, but you gotta learn the hard way.
Mr. Gower, you have brought me to tears today. You really have. You know, I sit here every day and what I try to do is be a voice for kids like you. But I couldn't have said it better than you said it today. Mr. Gower had so much emotion bottled up inside of him, I struggled to hold back my own tears. I'll have an update on this case and more shocking fan favorites when Paternity Court continues. Welcome back, and thanks for joining me for a special Fan Favorites Update edition of Paternity Court. Before the break, Sanchez Gower passionately recalled the difficulties of growing up without a dad. He demanded answers from his alleged father. Emotions were running high, and I was shaking as I opened the envelope to read the results.
I need answers.
Yes.
I need an answer, and I deserve it.
I don't know what the results are, what they will be. I'm hoping we can get the answers that you need so desperately. But one thing I do know is that you'll have the truth. And that's why I know you're gonna be all right. Mr. Ducasse, you are the father.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Have mercy, Lord. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
All right now, Mr. Gower and his grandmother about to make me mess up my makeup again. So let's go to their update.
We continuing on trying to build our relationship a lot closer now because we talk on a daily basis. My final message for Judge Lake is I thank her for inspiring me to become a better man, and for that, thank you.
Now what could be better than that? Mr. Gower has his father and he's getting to know his extended family. It's results like this that inspires my staff and I to do what we do each and every day. Moving on, here's an endearing case that I still get questions about. Tanya Currington caught Mr. Larson's eye at a hotel, and the next thing he knew, he was in court before me.
I met Ian at the hotel. He looked me up and down, because, you know, I had on booty shorts and everything. So he looked me up and down. He was like, ooh, you thick.
I was attracted to her thickness.
Can't make this up.
He wanted to have a baby by me, and that was that.
And now that the baby's here, he denies the baby.
Yes, because I'm in another relationship.
Oh. Did you plan to have a baby together? Were you trying to have a baby?
No, Honor.
You were not?
No.
Were you using protection?
No.
Then you were planning to have a baby?
When she was pregnant, she was with this guy pretty much through the whole term.
And I'm still is.
Yeah,
Getting
she
married
still
too,
is.
September 1st.
Now, Miss Currington's baby looked just like Mr. Larson, but you know it all comes down to the DNA. Stay tuned for a surprising update to this fan favorite and more. We'll be right back. Welcome back to another special Paternity Court Update episode. One of my favorite cases featured Ian Kim Larson and a young woman who claimed he was her daughter's father. Let's go to the results. So, Mr. Kim Larson, are you still in love with Miss Currington?
Yes.
Yes.
When it comes to 5-month-old Keora Currington, Mr. Kim Larson, you are the father. Dad. Miss Currington and Mr. Larson were not on the same page in court, and I wondered what would happen when they returned home. I was surprised to receive this update.
Okay, hey everyone. Since we left court, I've gotten married to another man, moved on with my life.
And I'm getting involved with my child, and we decide to co-parent and do what we gotta do best for our child.
I'm letting him get involved in her life more, and that's that.
Miss Currington married another man. Congrats to her, and it's so wonderful that she and Mr. Larson are working together for their daughter's sake. Now, what do you do if the man you love denied your child and then showed up in court with his new girlfriend? That happened to Miss Golder, but watch her turn things around.
I was there ever since she's been born, off and on for the past 9 months.
And you truly believe this is your little girl?
Yes, Your Honor.
You say you're certain?
Yes, Your Honor.
That he's not Mariah's biological father?
I know he is not her father, Your Honor.
Do you want to be in a relationship with Miss Golder?
I really would like to work on things with you. I do still love you.
Mr. Grand Mason, you are not the father.
Doesn't mean I can't be her father.
You're her daddy.
Did the loving feelings last after they'd left court? The short answer from Ms. Golder is no, they did not. Ms. Golder is pregnant again and claims Mr. Grand Mason is not the father. Wow. Now, in this next case, I was shocked when Ms. McNair hit the floor during the proceedings.
Your Honor, Mariah mean the world to me. She's everything to me. She's my heart, she's my all.
That's not his baby. You're trying to put this child on my cousin when that's not his child.
She's his. Was you there when we was conceiving her?
No.
Were you at the birth?
Yes, ma'am, I was. Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Because he's stupid. That's stupid.
Just mind your business, baby.
Mr. Travis, you are not the father. Can you express to this court, Mr. Travis? Oh, Lord. Jerome, get her. Call the medic. I was so glad that Miss McNair was all right, and my guess is the truth was just overwhelming. Mr. Travis was devastated to hear he was not the father. Where are they now, and what happened to their relationship?
Hey, everybody.
Since we left court, the results was life-changing. We moved back in together right after court. Now we're working on our relationship, our friendship, and our trust again.
We're working on everything, and I think everything gonna be okay.
I must say, their update caught me by surprise. However, infidelity doesn't have to spell the end of a relationship. There was no mention of who Mariah's biological father is, and again, my court is available to help. Now, I've saved one of my most talked about cases for last. Ms. Jackson accused her friend's son of getting her pregnant, but his mom wasn't having any of it. He
took her to the clinic. She took the test. Okay, we know she's pregnant. I said, now come back and talk to me when you got Dana. I said, let's go see her.
Who's Dana?
Dana is DNA.
Oh,
and that's what we here for today, to see Dana, honey.
I'm just upset at the fact I knew that she trapped me.
It doesn't
By the time
matter.
I figured it out, it had to
Honey,
been too late.
Your son is grown.
It doesn't matter.
You grandma. You grandma. All right, well, shut up then.
Okay, hold on.
I don't play by my mama, and you know this. You know this.
Stop talking. Stop talking. Listen to me.
Some order,
Listen, ma'am.
ladies. Hold on. Now, y'all gonna talk over one another, but you ain't gonna talk over me.
During the time that I knew her, I've known her to talk to several other men.
You admittedly slept with your best friend's son.
Her son is grown.
Did you caution them and say, listen?
Not at that time, because I don't have friends that sleep with my damn children. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't have friends that sleep with my children, so I didn't think nothing of it.
And Miss Robinson, look, I'm 49, you 48. I'm from that same school. Ain't no friend of mine sleeping with my son. That ain't gonna never happen. I would be furious if any friend of mine ever looked sideways at my son. I mean, really. I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back with the surprising ending to this case. Welcome back. I'm at the end of today's shocking fan favorites update edition of Paternity Court. In this last case, Vernita Robinson was stunned when her 34-year-old friend claimed she was pregnant by Ms. Robinson's 26-year-old son. But was he the father? Let's go to the results.
Listen, she wasn't just sleeping with him. When the married man came to talk to my son, it was me, my son, and the dude. I bet you this gonna come back. Somebody else, baby.
So wait a minute. You believe that there is a married man somewhere in this picture who could potentially be the father of Milani?
Yes.
Mr. Chaplin, you are the father.
Thank you. Thank you.
You in trouble.
Thank you.
You got
Child
that
support,
boy in that
baby.
button.
Thank you.
Miss Jackson,
Thank
calm
you.
down. Calm down.
Thank you.
During the case, Ms. Robinson said she was going to keep it calm and classy, but I wondered if they could all move past the drama that filled the courtroom. The family sent the court this update.
Since leaving court, we have all been happy to be a part of my daughter Milani's life, and we are trying to work things out to where we can all be a happy family together.
I would like to welcome Milani to the family and looking forward to being a part of Milani's life.
It looks like this time Ms. Robinson allowed her son to do the talking, and I take that as a sign that she has taken a back seat in his relationship with his daughter and her mother.